In the 2025, Johnny Depp remains one of the most closely watched figures in the global entertainment. Beloved for his decades of the conventional performances and the equal scrutinized of his personal battles, Depp's every appearance, every word, or a gesture is dissected by the fans and the critics alike. So, when the phrase "I'm dying inside" surfaced online in the connection with the 62-year-old actor, the speculation about his health spread rapidly. Was Depp confessing to serious illness? Was it a metaphor for the emotional toll of the years in the spotlight? Or was it, as some argue, a phrase taken out of the context? This feature looks at what we know about the Depp's health in 2025, how years of the global battles and heavily touring schedules have shaped the public perception, and what the man himself, he revealed about the state of the mind and the body. The phrase that "I am dying inside" that sparked renewed concern originated in the fans' chatter on the social media earlier in this year, amplifying by the gossips cited that claimed Depp had used it to describe his condition. In truth, Depp has used the similar expressions in the interviews over the years, not as the literal admissions of failing the health, but as a metaphors for the creative frustration or the emotional strain. In one past interview, Depp described the pressure of the Hollywood as a soul-crushing at times by admitting that these there were days I felt like I was dying inside because the work was not about my art anymore. It was about the numbers. By 2025, whose old words resurface in the headlines, colliding with the fresh images of the death that fueled the speculation about his physical state. Fans who saw the Depp performing with the Hollywood's vampires on their 2024 and 25 European tour noted that the actor appeared noticeably thinner, with the graying their hair and the visible signs of the fatigue. In the photos shared widely online, he was seen using a cane on occasion, sparkling the rumors of the mobility issues. At the same time, Depp's smoking habit, long dominated and documented, the remained a concern among the supporters, many of whom urged him to prioritize his health. Social media hashtags like "Stay Strong, Johnny" and hashtag like "Health First Depp" trended after his appearances. Observers noted that while Depp's voice remained strong on the stage, he seemed more subdued in the interviews, often speaking slowly and with a visible effort. Whether this reflected enthusiasm and the exhaustion from the travel or the deeper health concerns was left unclear. Over the years, Depp has faced a variety of the documented health challenges, some minor and the others are more serious. Depp has often acknowledges his the poor dental health, joking in the interviews about the decades of the heavily smoking, coffee, and the sugar intake. In 2023, paparazzi photos showing visible decayed the teeth made the headlines, promoting fan concern. During the period of the stress, Depp's weight has visibly fluctuated. Observers on the noted that sharp weight loss during the height of his 2022 court battles, followed by the gradual recovery, extended the legal disputes, media scrutiny, and the non-stop touring with his bank, and the band took an undeniable toll. Friends have admitted that Depp often seemed warm down during these days and during these years. Depp has been candid in the past about the battles with the alcohol and the prescription medicines. While he has not publicly discussed the relapses in the recent years, the long term efforts of the past habit remain a subject of the speculation. Depp's lengthy legal conflict between the 2016 and the 2022 remained one of the defining factors in his health journey. The emotional strain of the public trials combined with the relentless media coverages weighed heavily on him. In the candid moments, Depp has admitted that the years of the left him broken at the times when your life is dissected in front of the millions, when the lies are repeated enough to feel like the truth. It eats at you, he told the supporters after his 2022 vaginal trial. I felt like the part of me were being chipped away daily. Those words, when waved alongside I'm dying inside, painted a portrait of the man grappling not just with the physical health but with the mental toll of the relentless public scrutiny. Music has long been the Deaf's figure refuge, and his continued tours with the Alice Cooper and the Joy Perry in the Hollywood vampires have kept him on the road for the long stretches. And the stretches while performing keeps him creativity alive. The demands of the touring, late nights and the constant travel, irregular steps also strain his health. Bandmates have praised his dedication, but the admitted he has sometimes pushes himself to the too hard. Cooper once joked Johnny will go straight from the 3 and 4 rehearsal to a film meeting and then back to the stage. I'll tell him, man, you have got to the rest at some point. At the 2024 and 25 tour schedule was particularly punishing with back-to-back shows across the Europe and the South America. Fans noticed that Depp often appeared drained but solid on the rarely cancelling appearances. There has been no official confirmation of the serious diagnosis affecting Depp in 2025. However, medical experts commentating that in the media outlets pointing to visible signs that suggest the stress-related health impacts, weight loss, skin changes, and the fatigue. One Entertainment Health Culminates noted that at 62, Depp is at an age where the long-term effects of the decades of the hard living can clutch up quickly. The smoking, the drinking, the late nights, all of it is compounds. That does not mean he is terminally ill, but it does mean that fans are the right to be concerned. When we asked directly about the health at the promotional event for the Hyde at SDCC 2025, Dev smiled faintly and said, I'm not going anywhere just yet. Sure, I've got the aches and pains like anymore my age, but the real danger is when you stop creating. That's when you start dying inside. This clarified that his use of the phrase was more than symbolic than the literal. For depth dying inside referred to the stagnation that the fear of the losing artistic purpose, not necessarily his the physical health. Despite the clarifications, fans have continued to voice concerns, organizing online campaigns, encouraging Depp to prioritize his well-being. Some urged him to backscale touring, while others suggest that he should focus on the project that allow for the more rest and recovery. Fan clubs circulated open letters. Johnny will love you art. Will love your art, but will love your health more. Please take care of yourself. The groundswell of the support mirrored similar campaign around the other signs and aging stars like Ozzy, observed as and the Kitch Richards were, where the fans acknowledged both the admiration and the worry. Depp's institution and the situation reflects a broader challenge faced by the many aging performers, balancing the drive to create while the physical limits of the body for an artist who thrives onto the constant reinvention. Slowing down does not come naturally, Insiders suggest that Depp has begun to listen more to his doctors, adjusting to his touring schedule and adopting a skyster diet. Still, as one of the friends told reporters, Johnny is stubborn. He'll never let anyone tell him he cannot do what he loves. Even as the speculation about his health swirls, Depp remains deeply engaged in the creative work. His involvement in The Height, the graphic novel announced with the Ridley Scott, has reinvigorated him. Insiders say that he spends the long hours shaping the Height's look and the persona, pouring himself into the project. Film rumors also persist that with the whispering of the potential roles in the Europe cinemas and the other collaboration with the long-time LA Tim Burton, Farhow now Depp seems that determined to focus on the passion projects rather than the massive Hollywood's blockbusters. So is Johnny Depp's dying inside? The answer depends on how one interprets that the phrase. Taken literally, there is no evidence that the Depp is facing the terminal health crisis. Taken metaphorically, it reflects that the emotional weight of the decades under the spotlight and the constant battles of the to stay creatively alive. What is clear is that the Depp at 62 carries of the scars of both his choices and the circumstances. Physical wear, physical wear from the years of the heavy living, emotional wounds from the public battles, and the exhaustion of the endless travel. Yet he also carries the resilience, passion, and the refusal to the retreat, as he told fans at the SDCC 2025, as long as there is no stories to tell, I'll keep telling them. That's what keeps me alive, inside and out. For the admirers around the world, that message was enough. Johnny Depp is still here, still fighting, still creating, and perhaps it is the end that is the trust measure of the health. So guys, if you find this video as entertaining and interesting, then you have to like the video and also have to subscribe the channel. I wish you very good luck and a nice time ahead.